across America. It's the weekend. This weekend, your host is Bob Lonsberry from WHAM in Rochester, New York.
I don't think I can do this. Not till I come down off this candy corn pie. I tell you what, I have been handfuls of Halloween candy 3 hours now, and I can't feel my fingertips. It's all just science. Like, remember when your grandma first heard Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds and she knew what it meant? That's how I feel right now. Not exactly in my body. Just a little bit of that jittery, shaky kind of, I don't know what blood sugar is, but I think I have some going right now. This is my holiday. I'm fired up. Happy Halloween weekend. A lot of stuff happening. I think on Tuesday they got some kind of big election deal going on, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Here's the thing. I have old kids and young kids, and I'm pretty proud. My daughter, she's a senior in high school. She and 4 of her friends tonight are setting, and I don't bring this up just because I have this platform, a national radio program heard in almost 4 cities across America. And by cities, I mean places like with railroad tracks and a feed store. But I'm not just saying this because like I'm a professional microphone operator and I'm living the high life, okay? Sure, there's a lot of adventure and thrill and excitement that comes to me by virtue of what I do for a living. But I'm mentioning this, a lot of the things in my life I mention to inspire other people to strive for greatness in theirs. To wit, my 17-year-old daughter, Sophie, she with a handful of her friends are going to set what probably will stand for all time as the most towns trick-or-treated in on a Halloween evening record. I don't know if, like those people with that book, have this as an official category. You know what I'm saying? They're counting people swallowing crickets whole. They're not looking at the real. The thing is, she and some of her pals going to graduate from high school come spring. They've been trick-or-treating together since they were like in mom's arms. And what they've worked out a schedule, all right? They got a map of the county, and they laid out the towns with good trick-or-treating. And pretty much where we live around that part, you can trick-or-treat from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So what they have done is with the map, they have laid a course. And what they're going to do is the rule, and again, I don't know if the International Olympic Committee has a rule on this event, but the rule they've set is you must trick-or-treat at least 5 houses in a town. So you've got to get out of your car. You've got to walk up and down the street. You've got to compliment the nice people at the house on their decorations. You've got to say trick or treat. You've got to say thank you. And you can't elbow any little kids out of the way. So 5 houses in each town, they believe they have worked out transportation and door knocking time so that in those 3 hours, they can trick or treat in 7 towns. Now, again, a lot of you hear that and say, gracious, why couldn't we have anything like that when I was a kid? Well, I'm sorry. We don't all live in the good places. We're pretty excited about this. And my task has been to assign one of the kids with a camera to take a picture in every town in front of the Welcome To sign. So anyway, of course, here's the deal. In our town, teenagers trick-or-treat fine. In our town, it's pretty small. Everybody knows everybody, always has. And so I think we've got some people in their 20s who still trick-or-treat. And not to be stereotypical, but I think some of the welfare folks come around well into their 40s. But it's okay. We got lots of bitter honeys. We'll gladly give them to you. At any rate, in some places, they have not been as receptive to the notion of teenage trick-or-treaters. And so, well, here's an example. You ever heard of Belleville, Illinois? Belleville, Illinois is home to Scott Air Force Base, which used to be, I believe, home of the Military Airlift Command or something like that. Anyway, in fact, this is complete tangent. You don't care. I was married once. I've been married a lot of places. I was married once at the base chapel at Hill Air Force Base. And we had the reception at the NCO Club. It was very nice. Several casseroles were eaten and enjoyed. We had our first baby at the hospital at Hill Air Force Base. Anyway, who cares about that? But in Belleville, Illinois, around Scott Air Force Base, across the beautiful Mississippi River from St. Louis, the mayor there is not a fan of teenagers like my daughter and others going around trick-or-treating. So in Belleville, Illinois, there has been an order issued from City Hall. No one older than 12 is allowed to go trick-or-treating. If you have reached your 13th birthday, you are not allowed to go door to door. Our phone number is 800-501-7080, by the way. So, now I don't know if they check ID. You know what I'm saying? What if you are kind of a shrimpy 14-year-old? Or what if you are an unusually large 11-year-old? Because you've seen both of them. But pretty much, if you have crossed over into the teens, even if you are like a tiny teen, like a 13-year-old, you are cut off of the miniature Snicker bars in Belleville, Illinois. Well, here's we all have, it's the, and you open the door, and I know it's a complex social ritual. We expect people to be in some sort of costume, and to say, what's the magic phrase, trick or treat? We nowadays have no stinking idea what that means. It's okay. You want to see me do a trick? No, really. I just want to give you candy, and then I want you to go away after I compliment you on your costume and wave happily at your mom and dad waiting out at the sidewalk. Okay, go away. I got TV on in here. Bye-bye. So, it's a simple ritual. Costume, trick or treat, candy, bye-bye. And it helps if you say thank you. I think it says a lot about a society. So anyway, we all have opened the door. Can I do my sound effect again? Because this is my best one. Do you like that? Hey, thanks. I can do it left-handed, too. Listen to this. Yeah, that's why I'm a professional broadcaster. Anyway, the point is, you open up the door, and here is some kind of skeevy kid, looks to be old as anything, no costume, breathing through his mouth, holding up a pillowcase with drool stains on it, and just standing there. And they just look at you, And there's a part of you that says, I'm going to stand here and quietly wait for that magic phrase, trick or treat, okay? But no, I'm not that way. It is they stare at you, breathing through their mouth, hold it, 17, 18, 25 years old, I don't know, no costume, just the drool-stained pillowcase, and they're holding it out. You know what? Here, I think I spent 7 cents on this candy. I am willing to share it with you. God bless you. Have a great day. And remember, when you're looking for a place to burglarize or vandalize, don't come to my house, okay? Who hooked you up with candy, brother? That's right. So anyway, personally, there are a lot of things in life I'd like to fight and fuss and be persnickety about. But the age or the costume of people coming to the door is not one of them. And my attitude is this. If you are 14 or 15 or 17 or 25 and you somehow deep inside you got the I gotta knock on the door and get the free candy bug, you know what? On Halloween, I think we can peacefully coexist. Here, 7 cents worth of candy for you. Have a great day. You know what I'm saying? If you go get yourself a Happy Meal, I think you get a free pumpkin that you can trick or treat in and not have to take the pillowcase off your mama's bed. Anyway, so, but others do not feel that way. And like I said here, Belleville, Illinois, one of them. I think we have a caller on this subject. Tom, how are you, buddy boy?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
I'd like to welcome you to the weekend program.
Well, that's the first time I ever heard you. I'm sitting here in my son's pickup, and who's not a teenager. He's 29, but we're getting ready for a Halloween particular thing that we're doing at the church called Trunk or Treat, where we have kids come through the parking lot and get candy out of like 40 different cars, and we have music, and we have strobe lights. We have a tent with a DJ playing music.
We went to Trunk or Treat at our church last Saturday night.
Isn't that awesome?
You decorate up the back of the minivan.
Yeah.
You put the cobwebs in there. Maybe you dress up like a ghoul, and the kids walk from car to car, and you pass them out some candy.
That's exactly right. And it's a safe way to do it because you always got those weirdos out there that want to hurt kids. But I was listening to you talking about these city ordinances that you can't be this old or that. I think it ought to be left up to the people at the door.
This is America. 100%. This is America. If I feel like giving you candy, that's my business, not the mayor's.
That's exactly right. And you're wasting, the city council's wasting my taxpayer dollars coming up with stuff like that anyway.
100%. What do you got now? What are you guys passing out there at Trunk or Treat? What's in the back of your son's truck you're giving away?
Well, what we're doing, we're putting together a sound system. He's going to be dressed up like a mad scientist. He's going to be doing science things like an instant cloud in a bottle and a tornado in a bottle, and there's going to have a fogger in his. We're putting together a little covered tent area where he'll be DJing while the kids are out there going from trunk to treat. The church is going to give away prizes for the best decorated cars.
That's pretty nice.
Last year we had about 3,000 kids go through our parking lot.
Holy cats! Now you're in Lubbock, Texas, Tom?
Yes, sir, Lubbock, Texas.
Home, isn't it a Waylon Jennings out there?
Yeah, out there at Muleshoe.
I believe so. Now, what church you go to there in Lubbock, Tom?
Aldersgate United Methodist Church.
Outstanding. It's awful nice you guys to put that event on. I appreciate you calling up. I appreciate your good example. God bless you, stud. You take care. Here's the thing. Do you know why our church has Trunk or Treat the Saturday before Halloween? Yeah, so we can double dip. Exactly right. All the church kids, neighborhood kids, I don't care, whoever you are, come up here, get some candy. You're fine. And then when Halloween comes, and this weekend, this year, a little bit of confusion because some towns are doing it on Saturday, some towns on Sunday. Doesn't matter to me. It's all good. But we always have Trunk or Treat the Saturday before so we can just kind of prime the kids. You know what I'm saying? Because you cannot jump into bushel baskets full of Three Musketeers without ramping up a little bit. So a weekend before, we kind of ease into the gluttony on candy. And then when the day comes, whammo blammo, we are there 100%. Our phone number is 800-501-7080. Hope you call up. I hope you're having a great day. I'm Bob Lonsberry, and this is The Weekend.